Hi, my name is Mac. I'm a Divi user, and this is my first attempt to try out Etch. So what I noticed when I set this up was I needed to install a theme. So Etch comes with a theme, and you can see it here, Etch theme. So I downloaded that. I was actually surprised by how small this file was. Very, very small file. Anyway, so you download Etch, and then you also download the plugin itself. So over here, when we take a look, I'll go to Appearance, Themes, and we can see here that we have Etch, okay? So that's the lightweight theme. And over here on the plugins, if I go to Installed Plugins, you'll notice that here we have Etch. And right now I'm running the latest version. Okay, so where the action starts is when you actually go and open up a brand new page. And to do that, it's pretty much similar to any other page builder. So when I came over here, what I did was I just clicked on Add Page. And let's just call this Etch. All right, so just like any other page builder, normally, okay, for me as a Divi user, you would find that it says edit with Divi. Here it says edit with Etch. So far it's pretty much straightforward, but I'm going to publish this page first. And then we are going to start working on this. Okay, so it looks like it's done. Okay, so I'm going to click now on edit with Etch. Now, you know, when you first look at this, it's actually quite scary because there isn't much going on here. There's no add a module. But what I noticed is over here on the bottom is where you have all your elements. These are the sort of things that you can add to start building your page. So the first thing here is the section. And if I click on that, oh, you see that now. Okay, we have a section in there. But it looks so blank, so plain, and it's quite scary if you are not like new to an advanced builder. Anyway, we also have a container. We also have a flex div. We have a normal div. Here we have a heading. We have texts, and we have a link, image, and the frame. Oh, and also an SVG. And this looks like a loop, is it? Yes, this is a loop. And then here we have the if condition, and then we have this plus button for adding a custom component. So when you look at this, it's actually quite plain and basic. So from someone that has used a page builder for a very long time, I'm expecting to add, you know, things like a blurb or a button. But in this case, it looks like you really have to go in and customize or build your own button. Is that a bad thing? Maybe not. But anyway, before we do that, you also notice that you have your HTML here, and then you have your settings for the container. You have the CSS. All right. So there's no element here that we can go in and add, you know, things. But anyway, before I do that, let me just come over here because I think if I click here, okay, there we go. So I can see my text has been added in there. But let's say I want to delete stuff. How do I do that? Okay, I can't right click. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, okay. So if I hover over it, I can then click on delete. Okay, that's pretty cool. All right, so let's bring it back again. Okay, that's my section. And let's add our 2 containers. Now, I'm going to tell you why I'm adding 2 containers. I want to test and see how I would use flexbox. All right, so if I look at my HTML here, I can see my 2 containers. Okay, that's interesting. So let's say my first container, which is this one, I want to add a heading, text, and a link. Okay, straightforward. In my next container, which is the second one, let's say I want to add an image. So I would click over here to add my image. And okay, how do I add the image itself? Oh, okay. So if you click on here, how do I add the image? Do I click here? Okay. Okay. So you click on that little thumbnail. Okay. And now let's upload an image. I'm sure I have an image that I downloaded from Pixels. Okay. I think this is an image. There we go. Double click on that. And then I'm going to say use this media. Okay, great. So I have my text, I have my image. So in my head, if I want my text to be on the left and the image to be on the right, I have to use flexbox. So I have my main section here. So let's go ahead and click on it. How do I add flexbox? Okay, so this is, it's saying add a selector. Okay, right. So what's a selector? Okay, let me just name this first of all. Can I name this? Can I name it? Okay, there we go. So I'm going to call this hero section. Does it matter if I put caps? I don't know. Okay. Right. I saw something when I right clicked. Okay, it says create BEM classes. Okay, so this is the naming convention. Okay, so let me just click on that. Let's see what happens. Oh. Okay, something has changed. I see all these things over here now. So it looks like because it has my hero selected here, which is selected here, it has activated quite a lot of things here. So let's go to flex direction. So now it's working like a page builder. I see now. So column is what it is right now. So let's go row. How come nothing happened? Because I'm expecting my containers here, this one and this one. Okay, I'm doing it on the wrong one. Okay, so let's get rid of that. And can I delete it from here? Okay, so let's go into this div container here and then see if my flex works. Row. Do you see that? So that works. But what's really cool now is I see that in my CSS here, it says hero section, which is what I named it over here. So now the name of this has become .hero section container. Okay, what about this one? How come it's not changing? Oh, there we go. Hero section heading. All right. So everything now starts with the hero section. So that's the BEM naming convention. Okay, look at that. Excellent. Okay, I think I get the gist of it now. All right. So with this now, we have a problem because I don't want this to be a row. I want this to be a column. So let's see. If I click here. Okay, this is the container. Let's go to flex. Column. That's weird. Because I thought this one and this one are two separate containers. So if I go in here and, oh, so this is where it needs to be row. Okay. And then in this one here, which is where the text is, and I can see it here, this should not be row. It needs to be column. That's a bit confusing. So here it's saying section container. Okay, hang on. This is the whole thing, right? The whole section. I get it. And then in that, we have this container here. Okay, let's hide it. Okay, so this is everything. Okay, cool. I get it. So does that mean that's the one where I can add my flex? Oh, maybe I'm putting the flex in the wrong place. Okay, display flex, direction, row. Okay, and then this container here, it has flex, but I want this to column. Interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that for now. Let's try something different. So over here now, I noticed we have show and hide panels. So we have JavaScript editor. So if I click on that, you notice now we have this JavaScript editor. And I can remove these, by the way, just by clicking on them. Component editor, I can remove control panels. You see that? There is also structure. I can remove that. But you know what? I don't think it's a good idea to remove it. Okay, so we'll keep it there. But the JavaScript, I don't need that because I don't see myself doing JavaScript anytime. So the cool thing here is let's try and see if we can drag and drop these. Okay, I'm going to drag that one. Can I? Okay. Boom. Okay. So now my CSS is here. My structure is here. Okay. Let's add the structure on the top. There we go. Okay. So it looks like I can move things around, which is fantastic. But now let's say I do not want to use this structure here, styles. So that means now without the styles, I can do everything over here on the CSS, I think. Okay, pretty cool. So we can have both the page builder like layout, which is this. Right, let's try something because this is really annoying me. Okay, so this is the hero section, the main container. I want to see in that main container if I can go in and add a padding of, let's say, 4rem. Now I'm pretending like I know my CSS. Right, it's 4rem. Ooh, okay, so that's working. But it's added 4rem in this and that as well. That's strange. Is that because of my naming? Yeah. So my padding is in everything. Okay, let's remove this. How about we go into this container here and add it in that. Oh, okay. So let's say flex row. Now, okay. So it looks like my padding is working, but it's working in everything that's within this container. Okay, so let's remove that. Let's try the padding in just the heading. How about that? So again, I'm going to go in my CSS here. Yep, it works. Let's go in my text. It works. If I go in my button. Okay, so we're going somewhere now. All right, so now the question is, what is happening with my code? Okay, so let's do display flex row. Why hasn't that worked? Oh, I know why. Because it's supposed to be in the container. There we go. It's making sense now. Okay, so now that I have this, the issue that I have now is with that. I'll work it out. I'll work it out. This is my first time trying this out, so eventually I'll get there. Anyways, let's try something different. So here we have hide interface. So it hides the interface and just shows you everything. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay. Now, what else is exciting here? Oh, okay. We have all our displays here. The tablets, the mobile. And then we also have our, okay, this is coming soon. Okay. That's your settings. Okay, brilliant. So what do we have over here? So the style manager. Okay, it's in alpha. So, okay. So this is where you have all your styles. Okay, the classes, the IDs, the attributes, the tag, and also custom stuff. Okay, pretty cool. And that's my 4rem that I added, remember? Okay. We also have variables. Now these I just copied and pasted them. And this is where they live, which I think is pretty cool. What do we have here? Templates. Okay, this is going to be very interesting. So I'm expecting to see the headers, and there's no header. Okay, we have the 404. We have the homepage blog. It could be that they're still working on it because There's no template saved. Okay. So since this is an alpha, I would say they're probably working on it. Okay. What's this? Media. Okay. So that's your media library. Okay. Brilliant. And content hub. So what's this content hub now? So this is where we have our posts. So we have a list of all our posts. Why would we have this here though? Why? Okay, we have our pages. Perhaps maybe it's easy access. So all these are the pages that I created. Can I go into them? I can't. So I wonder why these are here. Anyway, custom post types. Okay, so this is where I can add my custom post types. Ooh, okay. So I guess with this now, you don't need advanced custom fields because the custom post type is here and the custom field is here as well. Okay, now this is very exciting. Very, very exciting. All within the builder. This is brilliant. Okay, so what else do we have here? If I need to go back, I just click here and I'm gone. And then I hit back and I'm back to my site. Okay, so this is the front end. So if I click on this one, it opens up in a new tab. And this is like my preview, I think. But because I haven't saved, it looks like it won't show anything. Let me prove that. Okay, now it's saved. Front end. Okay, there we go. So now that I've saved it, it now shows. Right, so what's my take so far? It's very interesting. Now, obviously, for me, it's a bit overwhelming because I'm not really sure how things work. I am going to watch quite a lot of tutorials and experiment a lot to get an idea of how it actually works. But I like the fact that it's simple. The layout is very minimal to a point where it starts coming to life as you start adding all your content. So, for example, if we were to get rid of everything like that, you see that there is nothing, absolutely nothing. It's only coming to life when you start adding your sections and stuff like that. But I really like this layout. I mean, I like the way things look, and I like the fact that you can drag and drop things and really create your own sort of like layout that you use to work. Now, for someone that also uses that used to use Adobe Premiere, I know I could just drag and drop things and have my own layout that I prefer to have when I'm editing. It's also nice to see that we have this with Etch. Now, what I'd like to see is perhaps, what would I like to see? Well, I can't really say much, to be honest, because I don't really know what is happening. So I'm in the back of my head, I'm expecting buttons, I'm expecting modules, I'm expecting everything pre-done for me. So I'd like to see how easy it is to create my own items. I think they call them components, which I can use or reuse as I'm designing my website. But this is very fun. I like the minimalist approach to this. And also it's very functional. It's snappy. It's very, very fast. And I wasn't really expecting that. So far, so good. It's going to be very interesting to see, okay, if I create a header, where is it going to be? How do I apply it to pages? If I create a custom post type, how do I bring it into the actual builder itself? How do I show the content? How do the loops work? I mean, there's a lot that I need to learn when it comes to this builder, but I have good vibes. I really like it. I like the fact that you have to know what you're doing for you to achieve anything. So it's not guesswork where you just drag and drop something. You have to know like specifics of what you're doing. Like, for example, the CSS or the classes. You have to know what class you're using. It's no more guesswork. So I think I like the developer approach to this. And I'm sure within a couple of weeks, I'm going to learn code like I've never learned before. And that's what I like about this. Anyway, guys, what was your take on your first approach or your first instance of using Etch? Let me know in the comments box below. It'll be quite interesting to hear how it was first and what's your experience now. Perhaps maybe you've used this for a couple of months. How do you feel about it? I mean, your confidence, share more information, please. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one. I mean, look forward to more tutorials. Thank you for watching.